Father and son sneaker hunters.
What's up, YouTube? Quick little tutorial here for you. Of course, you know what you're looking at right here. The Airmore Up Tempos, the Varsity Red, White, and Black that released as, I believe it was a European and Asian exclusive a few years back, and then as a kids exclusive last year, and then finally came out in the US in adult sizes this year. Now, here's the quick question. What do you do with these things to keep them clean? Obviously, with the Suede, you're going to probably be tempted to use crepe. But as some people have come across some issues using crepe on any sort of patent leather, which, of course, the air is spelled out in a patent leather type of material. So, what exactly do you do? Well, let's show you. First thing you want to do is go to your local hardware store, or as is the case for me, a Rite Aid at midnight. Just got off of work, so it's about the only place open. Get yourself some painter's tape, and that's the first step here. Now you want to make sure you get something that's strong and good brand, but you don't want something that is got too strong of an adhesive. So this one here is a mid-grade level. So it's got good adhesion, but it's not like a Gorilla Glue type of tape that is going to stay on there and really stay on there. Obviously, that's not a good idea. You might end up with some residue issues. So now you're going to take your time taping all of the patent leather on these shoes. You want to really cover it up good. Double layer it if you can. A little time consuming, but it's worth it. This red suede, of course, is going to be very easy to damage. Other sprays that work really well on leather and whatnot probably aren't going to be quite up to the task, especially if you want to wear this shoe on days when the weather is less than ideal. These shoes have been sprayed once already, just a couple minutes ago, so we're going to give them another spray. Alright, so here's the magic stuff, crepe. Now, one thing to be careful with this stuff is I think a lot of people who had problems with this stuff just are not using it right. I have not had any problems with this stuff whatsoever, and it has worked beautifully. What you want to do is you really just want to make sure you lightly mist the shoe, and from a considerable distance. You don't want to be soaking your shoe. You don't want to be getting it all wet with this stuff. That is going to cause you problems. And I think that goes for pretty much any sort of rain and stain repellent, any of the brands out there. So, you know, just be cautious when you're using it. Use your head. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to spray these right on the ground here. This is kind of a less used patio area, so I'm not too concerned about getting it on the ground, but now you see I'm holding it a considerable distance away from the shoe, so that way you're not getting crazy with it. This one here. Now, this being the first time I've done this using painter's tape, we're not going to let that painter's tape stay on there for too long. get our crepe on there and get the tape off of there as quickly as possible. I'm going to take a second and do the bottoms, which is completely unnecessary, but something I like to do anyway. And then we'll see the end result is. Now what I like to do, it's really completely unnecessary, is I like to give one quick final mist, a third mist. You don't have to do this. The bottle says right on here, if you take a look. Hopefully we can get that focused. You're really only spraying it twice. But I like to give it just one quick extra spray here. Again, just kind of misting them. I apologize for the video being a little shaky. Okay, I'll let these sit for a couple more minutes, and then we will check back on the results. Alright, so the shoes are pretty much dry at this point. Take a look at these things. Part of the reason I'm doing this is also to kind of experiment a little bit. Also picked up the Carolina 11 lows this week. I won't be using crepe on those, but I do want to protect the white leather and the soles as well. So I'll probably be using mint on that, but probably using a similar method here with the tape on the patent leather. Let's go take a look here, see what happens as we remove the tape. Remember, this has only been on here for a very short amount of time, so you don't want to leave it on there for a real long time. You can see it's coming off nice. It's definitely got some good adhesion on there. This would be a lot easier if I was able to use both hands as opposed to holding the camera with one hand. You can see that's coming off nice and easy. And we've left no residue whatsoever on the material, but all of the suede is protected. So there you go. That is how you crepe protect a shoe that is a combination of suede and a patent leather like material. Do yourself a favor, take the time to double tape it. As you see here, put an extra layer of tape on it. I know it's not pretty, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be functional. It's only going to be on there for a few minutes. We'll take one more shot here once we get all this tape off. Yep, that's definitely a whole mess of painter's tape, masking tape there. But the end result is definitely worth it. There you go. And as you can see, no residue, no mess, came off nice and easy. And you got a shoe that you might have otherwise been a little bit leery to wear, especially in any sort of bad weather. There you go. The red up-tempos, crepe protected, and ready to rock. Thanks for watching, and of course, do this at your own risk. I've personally, like I said earlier, I've never done this before. It was kind of an experiment. Worked out good. Cannot promise the same results for everybody, but it does seem to work well. And we'll try it again in a few days when we get around to doing the Carolina 11s. So check back on that. And this has been a father and son sneaker hunters quick tutorial with Big Paul. stay tuned for more videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe.